gang, I'm back with another video, part 3 of exam review tools to help us pass the licensure exam. Which one works? Let us decide. It's up to you to make the decision. We are not getting paid for any information that comes from these books or the individuals who have created this book or the content. We are just sharing our authentic review of the material. So today we're going to be talking about AATBS, which is one of the #1 sellers, I believe, in the national realm. So they discuss all the domains, and this is what the books look like. Okay, so you get 2 books. Some of the materials that they offer right now are just books, and also you can go online and register for some mock exams, and it's the same feeling of taking the actual licensure exam. So that's one thing that the AATBS also provides. It also provides seminars as well. So I'm just going to give you feedback on these 2 books. Okay, #1, it states here, not for resale. And the reason why they say not for resale is because every year things may change with the board. And they may add or remove some content, so I'm assuming they modify their books. And so that's one reason why they say not for sale. However, the content in the books are as follows. It's a lot of content. It's really pretty much reading everything. Reading to your own understanding and comprehension. So again, here we go with all this meaty stuff, all this information in a book that you have to read to memorize. Only thing about reading to memorize, it doesn't teach you how to actually apply your knowledge. So some of the things that I could say is an extreme amount of reading. It also covers all the domains though. So it will cover everything that will be on the exam. So not saying that every theory will be on the exam, but majority of the theories that may come up, you're going to have the knowledge for it. But that's all about the exam in itself. We're going to also look at how they only have a very few exam questions. And they're not really exam questions. They're giving you examples in the beginning of value 1 of different strategies to test taking, which I like because they provide strategies, which is something that you need to actually pass the exam. And they also give you like 3 or 4 different domains that they target. So they don't give you any vignettes. However, they give you testing strategies in the very beginning. They also have no mock exams at all in these 2 books. And that's a problem for me because how am I going to know if I am able to apply everything that I read if I don't have any mock exams? So that means you have to purchase some more or another tool, right? So that's a con for me. Also, I love that they do provide in the first beginning motivation, mindset changing implementations that you should utilize before preparing to study. So I like that they have their own strategies and steps that you should take in order to prepare to study. So that's a #1 hitter for me. If your mindset ain't right, you're not going to pass. You got to have a good mindset to even attack this exam. So kudos to AATBS for looking out for the mindset that AATBS doesn't provide. It doesn't say this will most likely be on the exam. It's always a good idea to hear something to say, okay, make sure you study this. And that necessarily is not the case with AATBS. So that is another thing that is kind of missing. It does provide acronyms and different tables to help you have a tunnel vision on that particular topic. They do bold a lot of terms in order for you to notice that's exactly the domain that they're talking about, are the key terms. They provide you all the key terms for each theory, so you don't have to go necessarily looking for the theory or looking for the key term and what it means and try to figure it out. They give it to you, and they give it to you straight black and white. So that's a pro, right? So you don't have to go through through the glossary to find out if this is exactly what it means. Also, they provide DSM information. So all 5 domains are covered entirely throughout the AATBS. It comes in 2 books, and guess what? It is a lot of reading. So overall, I give AATBS a 9 because the material is very detailed. However, it doesn't give you any time to do mock exams, so that means you have to purchase some more materials to do mock exams. The reason why I gave it a 9 is because all the information is in there, and they provide you with mock exams if you want them. I really like the fact that they focus on the mindset and getting you prepared mentally for the exam, and that in itself was interesting just to read. The only part that I really struggled with while taking the exam was retaining all the information about the different theories, the crisis management. All those different things start to blend at once if you're just reading it on your own and not having any other tools. So that's why it's important to get with a study group or a coach so that you can have better support and get some understanding on other ways to learn. I'm Janisha, over and out.